Hi everyone, I'm majicDave and this is Ambience. Just load up a world. So yeah, I had a little bit of a break over Christmas, but I'm sort of back into it again. And I've been working a lot on sort of getting the ordering system working nicely. So yeah, but I've also been working on a new website. So if you want to go check out that, it's ambience.devblog. So there's some news that I'll be posting up there. I'll be posting these videos, and I'll also just, be posting various announcements and things there. And there's also the forums that I've set up. So at the moment, they're probably mostly populated with blockheads users. So yeah, just because, there's a very active community for the blockheads, and they're very excited about this game. So yeah, there's a lot of blockheads players in there. And I imagine over time, hopefully a few other people will come in too. But yeah, so check it out if you're interested in just chatting about the game. I'm in there quite often checking what's going on and answering questions and things. So yeah, so what I've done since last time, I've been working on the some new models and stuff. It's just sort of been trying to squeeze in a few little bits and pieces. Just getting an idea for how things are going to look. I guess probably, some of these might be sort of semi-final. I think this like grass here could be the start of a few different options. There could be a few different plants that sort of look a bit like that. I've got a little daisy over here that sort of looks like a couple of fried eggs. What else? There's probably some sunflowers. I've got this little berry bush here with sort of shiny berries. I added some sort of variation to the edges, so if it's sort of steep, then sometimes it'll just be dirt instead of grass. I think I'll be able to stick with sort of that. I like the variation of that. I think it looks quite a bit more interesting. So there's some patches of dirt over here too, and there's a sunflower as well. I thought that would be a good sort of early plant to add. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the look of that. I think that these plants and the variety of trees as well is going to be yeah, quite a good sort of good look. Yeah, I'm quite happy with where that's heading. I've also added a different level of detail support for the models, so as you get closer, all that tree just popped there. You can see that it just changes meshes. Actually, if you look at that one just there, and as I go close to it, do you see it change? So that's a pretty standard technique. It just means less polygons, and you don't tend to notice them popping too much. So just an optimization really. What else? I've made it a lot easier to create and add these models. You just have to list them, add them to a directory, and basically they're available now to the game, which is nice. I used to have quite a lot of extra sort of code I had to add for each model, so it's very simple now, which is great. So what else? The terrain. I worked on getting, actually I did this before the last video, but I forgot to mention it. Before I was adding every triangle to the physics engine in order to do raycasting and collision detection. But I found out that I could actually just sort of, I sort of hacked it into the physics engine so that I would actually submit my own triangles directly as each collision happened. So instead of having to create a whole sort of duplicate data set of the terrain, I now just wait for bullet physics to ask me for a triangle for a given collision, and that's way faster. And it means that I've got now collision detection with all the terrain, even right in the distance, and it's just basically free. So that's way better, because I was a bit worried. I think in the early videos I had things just rolling off the edge of the physics area and falling to the center of the earth, but that's no longer happening. So that's great. But I'm still not sure exactly whether the physics, or how much physics there will be in the game. So it's definitely a bottleneck performance-wise. Yeah, we'll see. I do like it how the branches sort of fall and bounce around. And actually, yeah, I should probably actually do that. So I think, was there a man standing around here somewhere? I did see one. Oh, there he is. Yeah, so I think last time I could click on a tree and queue up an order and they would go and hug it. This time, let's go with gather for a start. So they'll actually go over and have a sort of gather animation, and branches will pop out from their tummies. They should probably fall out of the tree. I've actually thought maybe he could even climb up the tree, but and try to gather them, but we'll see. But yeah, so so you can gather those branches. Oh, I'll just get rid of that. So up in the top left there's now 6 branches. So that was something else that I've worked on, is just that little resource display. Now obviously that is temporary, it might not even be there, but it's just yeah, that is all state that is created in the scripts on the server and passed over to the client. So again, there is an internal server running here. This is basically multiplayer, and yeah, so that state is handed over to the client and then rendered in the UI, and that took a bit of work to get going, because well, it's all script state, so I had to sort of set up the code in the C++ side to actually allow that script state to be sent through. But now it should be really easy to create that kind of state from now on. So that was kind of a major breakthrough. And there is obviously a concept now of resources that are available to be used. So I don't know, I'll just go chop this down now too. I wonder if I can find a place with a couple of guys. Oh, there's one over here. We could get them sort of working together a bit. Oh, there's 2 guys here. Actually, I'll just make it. Oh no, I'll wait until it gets a bit darker. That was another thing I did. I keep tweaking all the colors and stuff, but I actually turned down that spotlight effect because I think it was making it a bit too bland. So yeah, now it's a bit darker. It's still bright enough that you can see, but yeah, it's just looking a bit more dynamic again, which is always something I'm kind of aiming for. But yeah, let me just set that to sunrise again. Okay, so one thing, so I've queued up a chop and a gather. Let me queue up a chop and then a gather. So now 2 guys are coming over. So this guy's chopping, that guy's walking over together. What's going to happen? You got a branch and it chopped down. But we've still only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches, 3 logs. Nothing crashed, everything worked. So yeah, that's kind of like awesome. Like that was actually, you know, that's one of those things that can be quite difficult when you're sort of queuing up 2 things at once and all that kind of stuff. So my order system is working pretty nicely for that stuff now, which is great. So now the next step is building. I've got, so when you click on the ground now, you've got build and dig. Dig doesn't do anything yet. I better not click it because I don't know what will happen. But yeah, the idea would be like you'd be able to click here and they'll come and dig and stuff. So yeah, but I thought I'd add building first. So if I hit build and campfire, you now get this sort of preview of the thing that you're going to build. At the moment it's blue, just to sort of differentiate it from anything natural. It might be semi-transparent, I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty standard sort of thing. But then when you click it, I'm going to just plonk it here. It makes a couple of orders. These guys are picking up branches that are invisible and then putting them in the campfire. And that's as far as they're getting at the moment. So hopefully, oh, there's another guy that was further away. He's come over to get a branch as well. Oh, and he's picking up a stone over there. And putting it down, and he's picking up something too. So yeah, that was a cool example. I didn't realize there were so many guys here, but yeah, so I've got kind of the idea of like you're just creating this simple order, but that's sort of saying, okay, we need resources, we need, I'm not sure exactly, but it'll be like 6 stones and 5 logs or something, and so anybody nearby will sort of go, okay, I'll go get that, and then they'll go and pick it up and drop it off, and they can all work cooperatively. And I've got kind of the idea of tasks that can be completed in parallel, just like these gathering tasks were, but then also groups of those tasks will happen in series. So once all the items are delivered, then someone will sit down and I guess light it in this case. So yeah, that's close to being done. So I think in the next video probably hopefully I even have a burning campfire that could be created by these guys. I'd also like to have building of some kind of housing. I'm thinking that you'll be sort of creating the floor first, so you'll be sort of going build, and then I'm still in build campfire mode, that's fine, okay, and then build, and then there'll be something else here, like floor, and then once you've got a floor, then you can click on the floor and you can go build walls or whatever. That's kind of the plan. So I think that's actually pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. There's still lots to do, and yeah, I mean, it's still early days, and I'm still loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. In fact, I don't think I've enjoyed working on a game since, I don't know, I mean, I guess at times with Blockheads I was probably enjoying it this much, but it's pretty rare. Like, this is one of these really fantastic times when you're working on a game and making good progress, and it's just super fun. So yeah, I will keep on working, and I think we'll probably see monthly videos is probably sort of what I'm aiming for. So hopefully there'll be another video with heaps of awesome progress in about a month, and until then, we'll catch you next time.